going to assess her pelvis, down her legs, right, and all that jazz, and then what? PMSC, right?
Okay.
So this takes a couple people. Did you see how the other one we got away with two?
Yeah.
This takes quite a few.
Okay, so this one, this goes up underneath the kind of like your butt cheek. So get this, you'll kind of have to manipulate the leg up and pull, while someone is pulling traction, so you can slide it underneath and it just kind of goes in that crease. And then you're going to measure it to where it needs to go to their foot, so you kind of feel where their pelvic bone is, so right about there. So I can kind of gauge that's where it's going to go on her. And then if you need to extend it, say you have a really tall person, like you're quite tall, so you're going to have to pull this out a little bit so you can do adequate traction, or if they're fairly short, there's only so far you can make it as small as it can before you need to go to a pediatric. So we're going to make it, and it tells you which way is locked and which way is unlocked. So I'm going to make it just a little bit longer for her, because I want to make sure I can get enough traction.
And this is the one where you're going to delegate to your partner to pull manual traction.
Yes.
And Victor, can you show them real manual traction, because yesterday we didn't quite go over that. And you have to position yourself comfortably, because you're going to be holding their bones apart, pulling them with your body weight.
So keeping in mind there's a fracture here, you want to keep it in line, and then with this right here, where the boot hitch normally goes, that's where I'm going to be grabbing, and I'll be pulling with my right arm that way.
And you're going to be pulling hard. Like he's pulling hard enough to move her across the floor. That's how hard you need to be pulling, because you have to pull those two bones apart with your own hands and arms.
Then how would she stay if you're pulling?
Well, she's got to kind of brace herself, but we're trying to show you you're using that much force to actually pull the bones apart.
If need be, use extra people. Have someone like hold her. She's wearing like more slippery pants and this carpet, it's easy to slide on, so keep those things in mind when you're giving traction, because you will pull the patient towards you.
But so manually, you have to pull traction enough to pull those bones apart yourself till the machine takes over the device.
Okay, so the next thing on your BSI PV come in, you've cut and exposed, you determine that she has, we'll say, an open mid-shaft femur fracture and no other injuries to the rest of her extremities, her lower extremities at least.
So we did the PMSC.
Okay, so we check PMSC, so again, use somebody else to stabilize the leg when you pull off the boots and the socks. Go ahead and mark your pulses with a pen, Sharpie, whatever you have on the feet, so you can go back and continually reassess your PMSCs. Then what?
5 ankle hitch and strap.
Okay, so you're going to go ahead and apply your ankle hitch. Okay, what's next?
Measures traction device against uninjured leg.
Okay, so I measured right where I feel her pelvic bone meet, kind of her hip, that acetabulum area. I measured the bottom. What's it say for the measurement?
6 to 12 inches beyond the foot.
For which part? 6 to 12
Measures from the ischial
tuberosity
at the pelvis to 6 to 12 inches beyond the foot.
Okay, so we will make this longer. Huh?
I tried to make it longer.
This one? Yeah, it does.
Oh, good.
Okay, so that's about 6 to 12 from the end. Okay, what's it say next?
Advises crew to maintain traction and support leg while device is placed under injured leg.
Okay, so I'm going to have Victor hold traction, so he's going to go ahead and pull manual traction while lifting her leg up. So to make sure you have your strap set up here.
Now, if you guys will notice, there's 4 straps on this device.
And make sure that your groin strap is free as well. So lift her leg up higher, actually.
Okay.
Alright, so, oh, you're good. Pardon my reach. Alright, so it's going to sit right under your butt cheek area. Alright, it's not going to be very comfortable, and I apologize. Okay, what's next?
Secures groin strap.
Okay, so we've got this groin strap, which will be up in the pelvic area. Again, ask gentlemen to please move your boys aside. Pad this if they need it, and then you're going to secure it. Okay.
Attaches ankle hitch or strap to traction device and applies traction using device.
Okay. So there's a little ankle hitch tied up. Okay, full traction. Alright, so it's just a little lever. We're going to pull until they feel relief. Alright.
What if they scream? Wouldn't that hurt?
Yeah, they're probably going to scream.
Okay, so as soon as
And they're screaming before you do this.
Yeah. They're going to be screaming a whole lot. Okay?
And secure support straps.
Okay. Alright, so we've got 1 through 4. Is there a particular order?
Work high towards the feet. I start high, work low.
Yeah. Okay, so this one will go up above the fracture site. So here's mid shaft, so hopefully you can get your strap up high enough that it won't be over the actual femur, the broken femur. Then this one goes above the knee. So we've got our kneecap right here, so it's right above that. This one will go below the knee. If I can find it. There you go. And then this last one will go right. You can either go over the hitch or like right. Alright, so it's secured.
Recheck circulation, motor function, sensation, and extremities by left.
Okay, so you're going to compare your right to your left. See if there's any relief in pain. Check your pulse. Have a pulse motor sensory. Make sure that there is a relief in pain, or you've controlled the bleeding or anything else like that. Nothing's sticking out all funny anymore. And is there anything else?
Alright, so that's good, right? So in here you're going to be practicing the traction splints, and everybody needs to put hands on and be a patient so they can feel what it feels like. And